Alright, let's head back to Reed. Charging a melee power attack after a right to left swing will prepare a strong sweep attack across a wide arc. Get thee to the cannery. Bunny hop. Bunny hop. Bunny hop. Bunny hop. Hey, you know the guy that just walked into your office with a machine gun and backed out slowly? That was me. Now I need to talk to you.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. That's good enough for me. Adelaide, we are in your debt. I am authorizing... But... this whole fiasco is not one I am keen. With more hands at the cannery, I expect productivity will rise. Thomas Kemp?
He tries real hard, Mr. Thompson.
I will give him a chance to impress me.
Sweet. Is there something I was close to? I like this system. Oh, 1 point in this is a no-brainer. Falling guns, headshot, weak point damage plus 20%. What else? What else? I don't care about melee. Oh, leap forward. Seems kind of useful. Persuade is always useful in these types of games. Unlock access to restricted items and vending machines. Let's do that. What else? Get out of there. We can do tech, I guess. Cool. I don't have any perks, right? Yeah. Cool. I'd have to kill him probably. Let's find out. Save. Maybe let's kill the people with the guns first. There we go. Oh.
Are you out of your mind? You just killed him. Mr. Thompson, I can't. You killed Mr. Thompson for talking down his nose and... Let's
Alright, enough of that. Now what am I supposed to do with myself? Go back to my ship. environmental noise, it's just not really matched by the actual population characters. While affected by a status effect, you will see an icon in the upper left of your HUD. You can read details about the effect on your character panel. I think we just read that one earlier. Where are we headed? To the ship I kept near what monsters? Where are these hostiles? These grills. So I'm no longer near them. Ugh. Whatever, dude. Guess we're huffing it, and puffing it, and huffing it, and puffing it. Run and jump. That didn't work. And jump, and jump, and jump, and jump. Huffing it, and puffing it, and huffing it, and puffing it, and huffing it, and puffing it. What? Oh. 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 Took its brain. There's my sheep. Oh, my leg! You see me go into this giant spaceship and you're still following me? Alright.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
Well, now they have a new mechanic.
Oh, it's kind of you to say that. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I? And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back. Yes! I mean, Captain.
Puffing it and puffing it. Who is this?
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the
Oh, yeah, this guy.
Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
So what do I do now? Return to my ship. Where on my ship? Oh, probably here. Talk to the computer.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for our engine room is located behind.
Puffing it and puffing it. I don't know why I would need to be the one to do this, considering I just brought on an engineer. Why do I pay these people if I have to do their jobs for them? That was complicated. I'm glad I have engineering expertise to be able to do that.
Yeah, huh? He's just interested in fixing stuff. I'm just glad he's alive. That he's okay. Where are we headed?
I don't know. Oh, my egg!
What can I do for you? All systems are off. I am prepared to bring the unreliable.
Don't even know where I'm going. Puffing it and puffing it. Cool. Armor reduces damage from every attack. This makes heavy armor very effective against fast attacking and
We
light
have
damage
received a
weapons.
communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage?
Same.
Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. Oh, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortage. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, you need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. Gladys Kilkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design. Cutting. I call it the Holographic Shroud. Excellent. I'll contact you once you... And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth, and the board's only interested in filling their...
Transmission ended. Welcome back, Cap. Certainly, Cap. What would you... How often do I make jokes? Now playing a... It's not... Everyone in Halcyon is contractually... As you would... I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber. When I simulate myself in such a scenario, traveling... Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected... As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of... In our travels together, Alex... If you mean, was Cap... How can I be of a... Goodbye.
Retrieve the holographic shroud. Let's do that.
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot. I was looking for a place that was quiet, cozy. That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space but didn't change the stock engine.
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater.
So you're gonna call her it?
Though my voice is currently pitched to suggest female.
Hello! I am not a board... You're not simulating it, you're doing it!
I am gratified.
I don't see any holes in the hull. You can do that, you know. My dad taught. It's not normal for anyone to do. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone... Well, I'm good at making things work. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all... Anyhow, I was happy to... Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little gray. I noticed straight away that he was... Dad never said that he loved me, you know? Oh gosh.
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died.
My leg! A holographic shroud projects a disguise on you and your companions that give you access to restricted areas, provided you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Restricted areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel and otherwise result in being attacked on sight. Let's do that. Oh, I'm in her room. It's not. Ow, ow, ow. Stop it.
All crew members, please be advised that perishables should not be left on the counter for more than 48 hours, unless you are hoping for an infestation of sprats.
Alright. Bouncy, bouncy, bounce.
Welcome back, Captain. The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your... What part of the... Ah, yes. As Dr. Well... There is a bounty on his head, one with a market... A sensible choice. The outlaw sign, even knowing the location. Of course, what part of the... We're cleared to dock with the Groundbreaker. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in... I can, yes. The Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original colony ship. Freighters often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route. Many of Halcyon's companies maintain office space. I have 5... How... See you soon, Cap.
Do not forget, you found a discarded sanitation and maintenance automechanical in Emerald Vale scrap heap during your last job. It should not be too difficult to get it up and running with a few key modifications. I can envision a combat-capable variant. Some might say a clean, mean killing machine. Removal of factory standard part Sud Steeper was successful. Delivery of combat modified replacement part Acid Steeper has been delayed. Progress setback is estimated to now be a solid 3 months. Not like I have more pressing matters to attend to. Ah, but I do. Giving up hope on the delivery. The part is lost in transit and it's not turning up anytime soon, but good news. I've heard from a fellow who knows a gal who knows the broker who overcharged me for the information regarding the location of an Acid Steeper I can Filch. The part was sent to an old storage facility in Roseway. I sure never thought I'd go back to that pit. Good thing Auntie abandoned it years ago. I'll pick it up following the next pit stop back to Emerald Vale. Wells wants me to chaperone some person of interest. Details to come later. Okay. You found entries on Hawthorne's terminal in the captain's quarters regarding his attempts to turn Sam into a combat-capable unit. Hawthorne planned to replace Sam's Sud Steeper with an Acid Steeper, but never picked up the part from Roseway. So can I go to Roseway? Welcome to the system map. Here you can see all the planets in the system, as well as some special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location that you've unlocked, though some landing bays require special codes and keys before you're allowed to, they allow you to land there. Okay. Phineas Wells wants you to contact Gladys, a black market fence located on the Groundbreaker, the only neutral station in Halcyon Colony. She can sell you a nav key to Stellar Bay on Monarch. Edgewater. So what if I go here? Will I be able to do anything? Or should I just follow the storyline? So just follow the storyline.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Got a sec?
Sure do.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson? I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to... Did you want to talk?
Cool. Let's peace out. Peace out. Where's the exits? Oh, probably this way. Take the party, right? Oh, up to 2, sweet. Dialogue skill combat ability trigger automatically in combat, distracting your enemies. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Who is used? Jane Elson. Just checking ship's manifest.
Just checking your
standard
ship's
procedure.
manifest. Standard.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I...
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. I'm in the middle of a situation.
Don't go telling him where to step. Groundbreaker belongs to all of us.
Felix, first of all, no. Hey, knock yourself.
Whatever you heard, it's all. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, that's when I brought... Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's... well, former... Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits. Hey, not for nothing. But I saw... Captain of the Unreliable. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off. Felix Millstone. See you.
Boss.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of... I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on... He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. That's a... Fortunately, we're in the perfect place to start. This is where I'd go if all I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps... Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain... I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I'll comb the last 6 months of departure...
Cool. Let's start there. Oh man, I want this stuff. Muévete, por favor. Muévete, muévete. Oh, tinkering costs lower, that's nice. Oh, that's cool. Depending on your companions, it boosts your skills artificially. Probably gonna want to eventually bring that to 100. It's just I want to get my persuade up to a lot too. Cool. You have unlocked a dialogue combat skill. When attacking with the correct type of target, they are automatically debilitated. Terrify, 20% chance. Creatures will become terrified and flee. 15% chance. Auto mechanicals will slowly attack other enemies instead of you. Nice. Okay. Works. Let's see what we got. When do I unlock tier 5 previous? Okay. Minus vendor prices. This one. I don't like having to clear the freaking codex. It's so annoying. Sweet.
Identification. Captain Hawthorne, according to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board.
But we've hardly been out of
Well, isn't this wonderful?
Now, hold on. This isn't... You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotes. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, if I had to take a guess as to why, you take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing... Wanda Dorset over in sickbay? Tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon. Is there anything... The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. Make sure... Maybe. Most of the shipping trap. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holding. Most of those jobs... Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old...
Happy to help.
You're...
Well, thank you, miss. It's nice to be ready.
Can we move this along?
All right. Be seated.
Carry on.
Quest objective requires you to enter a restricted area. If caught inside, you'll be shot on site using this.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
I picked up this weird seal the other day from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland.
How do I actually do that?
Hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static
how we
at
do
first,
that.
but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Graham?
Asshole.
How do I... I need a groundbreaker ID.
Hey there. He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of him. Not that he would, being a... They can't abide an independent township, especially not one. All their interstellar freighters come through us. And we... Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but... You sure you didn't just... There's no working with the board. They don't share. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks. Sounds like, yeah. But from where they got assault cruisers, gunship, we push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion.
The board wouldn't...
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and they're... Sure thing. Be seeing.
Huh?
Cool. That was easy. Your holographic shroud is activated, giving you temporary access to this restricted area. Moving drains the shroud's energy. When it runs out, personnel will see and interrogate you. Talk your way to the interrogation to reset your shroud. It will get harder to talk your way out the more you get interrogated. There's the actual terminal.
Great work! Oh, you got that?
Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up. Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile. I should have guessed. Oh. I admit it was a...
Sweet. That's a cool mechanic. Okay, so what are we doing then? Vicar Max has tracked the scholar to a rented domicile in Fallbrook on Monarch. Take Max to visit Reginald Cheney, ask him about the band journal. For now, we'll do this.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Fudge. A soft
Purpleberry Farms.
Do
Do you know what's happening on Terra 1? Last I heard.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the... Oh. A lot of... Heard of it. My orientation Aether... That's a spacious choice. So, what can I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiry. Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just because... I mean... have a look.
Cannot afford that. Can't afford a Goram thing, feels like.
I know she's in there.
CNP Borstworth. It's not the worst unless it's...
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated
Have you
bag.
seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
What do I got over there?
Are those XF411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they've let me peek at the power plant?
Watch out, something doesn't explode up in space.
Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
Travelers that pass it.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. I heard we had someone in impound. Wish I could help. I gave the bureaucrats a motive authority over freight traffic. And it... Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers... Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are... So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of... We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate spies. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. My engineers have managed to keep the heat to livable level. Only the board has None. Every time I give in to the board, the board isn't helping and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? According to my grandmother's old schematics, the part... I keep diligent records of station repairs requisite. The station's radiators haven't changed since her... Hold on. There's... The back bays are on a lower deck. I have. One of... I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. Nice and pragmatic. Those idiots are immune to reason. If you could find some way to solve the... Good. What can I do for you, Captain?
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Force of habit, I guess. Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Couldn't have done it without your...
Now, if there's nothing... You're right, I don't. The board is after... I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be... Too much of Groundbreaker's income is... You've got... Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way. You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? I didn't think so. The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that talent from some... Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gaying, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently.
They must have been amazing people. to have taught you all.
That means a lot. Appreciate it. There wasn't much that took me by surprise about. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship.
Oh, gosh.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker up. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find... You've got...